Well, this should be interesting. I don't think I've streamed on Freedom Me. So, I was doing today on the soon to be homestead. It's not a homestead yet, producing anything. We're not definitely not food yet. The goal is to produce food, but as of yet, we're not doing it. We are actually getting ready to start feeds in the house. I have to come up with a way to. I need a house, huge, just something small. And I'm gonna have to get a dozer out here and make some land because we don't have much flat land out here. So give me a second and I'll show you what I've been up to. Cleaning up, obviously, trying to get shit out. Well, I got all this metal laying around here, and I don't have the time, nor am I going to haul it off steel. If it was haul it off, it's nothing I can use. I definitely can't use steel belts over there from tires. I can cut this up and do something with it. Is it worth having it until I get around to doing it? Not. So, plus a ton of scrap metal that I can with. So we're just going to get rid of it. But I'm digging all the junk this Conex container, and I'm going to get gas on. It needs a new gas line. This little generator right here was one of the things left in the Conex container. This little thing. So what is it? You have 350 watts. And this little pressure washer, not so I don't need this little generic electric pressure washer, but it's brand new. Yep, you just see me stick that gas cord in my mouth. So your shit in my body. So I just stuck it on Marcus place for 30 minutes, let it go. I want to keep because I have a 100-watt generator, but it's easily being stored right now. To get it out, I had to get all the four-wheelers out. This is kind of the way right now where I have it sitting at. And I can't lift it by myself. So if I have it in here, I can put it in the back of the truck by myself, but I cannot actually put it from the ground to in the truck or from the onto the ground. It's just complete pain. But the generator, the on-off broke on it, so I just wired it. Actually, I unplugged everything, and it needed unplugged. Normally, that's the way it happens. You have an on-off switch, something normally in order. But then the carburetor from the float valve wasn't getting any gasoline off of it. The valve straight out, wipe my fingers, put it right back in, put it back. It starts and runs, and it actually works on what I couldn't believe. But we're getting a lot of stuff done around here. I've been meaning to been saying for 3 weeks now that I go from in the house up to here, so I can cutting the floors out of the house. I just haven't got around to it. It's not lazy or anything like that. I'm 10 years behind on work. Cut me some slack. I'll get here. G. Johnson, what's up, Mr. Dan, buddy? What's up, y'all? I'm working but listening. I'm just second, dude. I ain't talking about nothing. We're getting rid of all the junk out of here. Shit in here. Actually, I got to get this. Then I got to get our dressers out of here. They got a house. They're going to how it's going to have to be because I'm moving shit around. I want to put it somewhere, be where it's going to be at, and then I put some shit somewhere and then which we already moved all the shit from the house to the storage to the house. Now it's got to go to the con of the house. So I'm done moving. Really, this Conex container needs pressure washed out. I'll get scrubbed down. Doors open. I really want a container because it's not pretty high off the ground. Pretty high for my liking, anyway. I don't know if you can how well that, but it's probably about inches lower than my truck. I don't know, maybe 30 inches. It's about 3 above my kneecap. To get stuff that I need to get in and out of here, job boxes, like heavy ass tanks, gas, like forge tanks. It's kind of a pain to do by yourself. Like, that's all shit I can do. I can't do it by myself. It is. I got to lift up 30 and get them up in there and get them out of there in the ass. What's up, buddy? I'm nothing. I'm talking on the phone. You're good, man. Rock on. Did you run over that dirt that I asked you to? Good. Thank you, sir. All right, just whenever you go through there, over at one. Thank you. Old John Deere tractor. Dirt. Hang on. Hey, it doesn't just run it over if you're slinging the shit as you're running it over. I meant just like nice and slow to pack down. Yeah, I don't thrown everywhere. Ruts in it. I put it there because there was a bunch of ruts there where I got my truck. So just like without spinning the tire, like roll over it. I'm saying, all right, don't worry about it right now because I'm going to fix it. I got a 6-inch rut all the way through it sideways. All right, we'll handle it some other time. Anywho, so I really want the Conex container, right? And I know that doesn't seem like it'd be a big. I could empty. If it was empty, I would with my truck and with the track, because I think logs under it, and I could definitely truck and just kind of, throw logs under it as I go and get it out to the back of it, pull it in here. Because once I got back here with my truck, and then I'd have to hook the tractor to it, probably get the tractor stuck, or not be able to get my truck out of it. What it is that there's going to be some extra bottom side to that to dig a trench from the top of it somewhere. Don't know where yet. It's probably all the way down the property line, and then I dig a ditch on out to the there, because off this side of this hill, this whole hill up into the neighbor's property, all runs down, and it catch to be a driveway. Or this used to be the entrance to the log here. Runs straight down this rut and straight across my driveway, and you can see down there where I ate a path out, and then down there, is anyway, we're about to have some Camden church. It's like it's like clay in it, so it's rock that is almost, I think it's like almost, hell, I don't know, but it seems to last. From people I talk to, if you put it down nice and thick, it'll last 6 years, and save $1 a load will cut out a bunch. For tons is $270. Where I figure I need about 100 tons of gravel to do all this. There's 3 feet of driveway at my house, and that's not including in front of the house where the camper's at. That needs to be graveled. That'll eventually just be a parking area or place. But next thing we got to start working on, I got to start working here in the mix, is getting all these cedar trees. I was at Dance Day talking to him. I offered a lady, she needed 15 cedar. I'm like, well, hell, I got some cedar trees. Anyway, I might as well a couple of dollars. It was $25 a post. The hell, I set them up anyway. So I met, and I was talking to him. He's willing to buy the cedar for 20 foot. Listen worth a damn. Hey, don't worry about doing that anymore because now I got to fix all that before, and then you can run it over. I fix it, okay? I got it flattened out, and then you can run it over, keep it flat, and then smush it down is all. All right? About running over it no more, okay? No, you're all right, man. Part of your motocross track there's just not a spot for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the motocross track there and all them gullies and shit. Instead of riding the four wheeler, what I would be doing is I'm taking those cutters and I would be going through cutting out. And then anything that's too big to cut with dad, get the chance. I mean, you could if I'd let you do that. But I don't think you're experienced enough chainsaw yet. You should be taking off in the woods with. Plus, it's hard for me to handle. What are you pointing down at? What is my fly? Something? What are you pointing at? What are we looking at? Lower? What foot? You're good. Good ride. But I'm doing a live stream, so you can't keep. Every time you come by, nobody can hear me. Not like I'm saying anything they need to hear it anyway, but it's, you know what I'm saying. I mean, hey, why ain't you riding down the? Yeah, you can. Go ahead. Just be careful, man. Hey, don't be shoulder and shit, because you wreck by your nobody there. When you're riding by yourself, you have extra careful because there's no you. You don't even have a cell phone. You understand what I'm saying? So don't be looking over your shoulder and shit. Hey, doing? If you need to look over your shoulder, slow to your shoulder. Oh. I thought you had a. That's like 2 hours, brother. There's enough in the reserve to run out of gas anywhere. You know how to put on, right? You know how to put the reserve, right? All right. All right, go. Have some monster cedar trees on this property. I'll walk out here and show you. It's over here. I have some monster trees. I counted them up now. I think I need 16, 6 by 6 by 16. 12 foot. That's what I need. No, scratch that. 14 foot. Be 10 foot in height, 4 feet. Yeah, 12 foot. 4 foot. 6 seater. Barn. I don't know. I don't know. Just base problem. The probably 18 here. Big gas. Right. So Dan, and he would and give me, and keep half the lumber. Problem is he don't want me cutting it. In his eyes, fully paid him for the land yet, which I get. He didn't want me off the land. It's mine. Like, if I'm mine, we have to look at it like I'm buying it for just kind of loaning me the money. That's why your interest rates are getting, man. So, like, when I was talking about cuts, he's like, yeah, just cut them off of where you. I just walked out here and just down that was going to go anyway. But a big swath of this because we need light doesn't shine on our product like standing on the ground about 9 a.m. 9:30 a.m. Gosh, every time the wind blows, every freaking. I can't wait till the day I walk. I don't see any more new. So in order to have things we need, let there be lights. So we have to get rid of just to have light. And then I have to get rid of all the cedar trees on this side of the camper, on that corner down there. I could move the camp easy, but if they're going to hit the camper, they're going to have that happen. I'm about felling trees. I everybody says that, but I don't see anything yet. I'm pretty decent at it. So back them all down. Not today. It'll be weeks before. Well, I got weeks to get them down. But we'll do that. I want to leave. There's an oak there. I'm going to leave. Actually, I want to leave both of those oak trees. I don't like cutting oak trees down. I don't know why. I already had it down right here. Somebody's calling me. Paul Driver. Hang on a second. All right, I'm back. That was Paul. I told him I called. But like this tree right here, he could get at least he could get 6x6s out of that tree if 2x4s or whatever. I don't care what it's made out of. I post going in the ground to be made out of cedar, spade, and not rotting. These cedar trees go. This maple here has to go. Getting over the house, and I don't like it. I don't like getting over the house. I'm gonna get up there and cut all the limbs off the side so they're not over the house. And then eventually I get somebody here that can help me. That's a male. That has a little muscle. I'm gonna take it down, climb to the top of it, just top it away from the house. I'll hook a block and tackle to a tree that away from it, and then hook it to the track of my truck or something, and just don't hit the house. All these cedars right here by this building, they really block all the sunlight from the sun comes up in the heat, which is this. In the wintertime, it's a little low. It actually comes like that direction. It blocks all that shit. I need all that to hit here. This is where we're going to be putting our raised bed. It's not ideal. It's not permanently, but this is where they're going to be at. Eventually, one day I'm going to just out here. If I had a couple of days, especially if I had out here that could push trees around, it would be easier just to have a dozer right here. I could push them. I know that a dozer size would be $2,500 for me to rent and run. Imagine what they would charge to come out here and do it, which I wouldn't do that. I do it myself. But there's not really a completely flat. To be able to get a skid steer over here and get enough trees out of the way. Flatten a pretty good portion of this back here out. We're going to be running into here soil to wood chip. I need to get a wood chipper. So it has a commercial, or you have access. Hang out with me for a couple of days so we can make wood chips and put them everywhere. Over at SOE that they did over there, and like you should see this over there is the darkest, richest soil you have ever. It's like I can't even step on it. It's like you're floating. So here's a little track. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. Maybe this is SOE's tractor. He was kind of borrow it, just because it's way easier, man. That it does. Like all, and I moved over here to fill this hole in. It would have took me 3 days to do that shit with the wheelbarrow. And this is actually a light. He said it, not that he didn't think it was going to do half expected it to. It's actually done more than that because the cylinder's on big. The pump isn't very big on it. However, it is full of drive. Tires are trash though. So with four-wheel drive, it's really only two-wheel had. I would be pulling for the front rear, be welding the gears, yeah, make it for real. But it runs, man. I ran, it had never sun, but it starts right out of time. So I'm not a guy, right? I'm not a guy. My dumb ass says that it had a gas pedal, like all the old tractors. I mean, no, it has a gas pedal. So, oh, shit. Got some implements for this. I'm gonna ask him if I can use them though. Just you know what I mean. I don't like asking people anyway. Um, so I don't want to ask him like, "Hey, can I figure?" Because I feel like I may not care. I might just ask him because I still have holes to dig down there, and I'm honestly afraid to dig them because I'm back on it. To be honest, because I don't feel like I'm healed enough yet. Well, we'll see. It's not about it. But that's what's going on here. We're getting ready to start all of our seeds. We already have all the seed. We just got to get shit out of the way and up here so we have room. And you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? The wife says you can't hear. My bad. Nobody told me. It's not like I read your comments or anything. I'm talking to myself. Really, that's all. I do this all day long, and I just y'all every now and then. Talk to myself constantly. Not really. Mini excavator, dozer, or a mini excavator would go right now, especially if it had a grill, it would go miles or had a thumb on it. Getting I had this conversation with John back over there, and I cut up all that wood over there at SB to replace all the wood and we were having the conversation about. It was talking about how when they rented the excavator, it had a thumb on it, and the logs up, and made it way because it's made it way easier for the ground. The high chopped up, it dropped to the ground, it over to those log splitter cuts it, and it's like a bunch of trees. I got to cut down trees, and the guy in from said that would cut the log, give me half the lumber. Which today he was talking about dollars an hour, but that shit. I'll give you half the shit. But I don't dollars an hour to pay you. We're not rich over here. I mean, 55. How many boards could he possibly an hour? I mean, if it was two, could he possibly cut an hour? Would it be worth it? I mean, he would have to cut 10 to break even. Actually, more than that. He'd have 12 just to break even. No, 10. About 10. No. For what you can buy from a store. And I know he could cut that kid he cut. And is it worth invest your labor to haul them over there? It's my $55 an hour to cut lumber. I highly doubt it. Now, like 5.6s and stuff like that, I believe there's some 6 like a 6x10, about $250 last time. I can't hear you. All right. She wasn't complaining when I was up here. The good thing about the liquidator is now I have a line. It's going to cost me about $500 from yonder to yonder. Power is expensive to run, especially when you're running high, because I have a welder and shit that has to have power to this. Be sitting right here. 30 amp. right, here, I'm going to walk, and you tell me when, because I started this right there. Nobody said anything about, I'm on robotic because I'm on StreamYard. StreamYard sucks. It's like YouTube's little brother and shit. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I got to think. What's up, Greg Black? How you doing, man? I wish I could have went out there and bye, Greg. Greg, damn it, I didn't get to say hi to him. Son of a bitch. Always miss him. Life is never ending. Comment yourself, just not always out loud. I need to know. Yeah, what? You're right. That's a there. We could sell millions of them. I would steal that t-shirt business anymore. Became too frustrating. Find okay. So tell me where to walk. Am I walking this way now? Am I walking this way? That's okay. If they left because they couldn't hear, that's a them problem. They should get a hearing aid. The fuck? Damn. There's more trash. Look. So it sounds like I'm whispering. What you do is you turn your up really loud and you put it next to your head. You listens. Fucking more trash, man. I've already picked all this trash up 37 times. At least 37 times. And I mean, it's right here next to the driveway, so I've picked it like it gets dirty. Look, here's more. More, man. It's like every time the goddamn wind, the leaves roll over, and I gotta get some more straw tomorrow. That's something we're doing. We got all that straw bagged up. We have it underneath the camper. Half that's under there, but you just to use to heat the underneath of camper to keep the tanks. And that way, cut the floor out. We have a toilet, shower. The shower, I don't think I'm going to have with. I'm going to have to cut out. I'm hoping I can get it done in the day. I can get it done in a day. Depending on what if I climb underneath the trailer, I would be able to tell you if I can get it done in one day. But I haven't climbed underneath the trailer, and in all honesty, I don't really want to because I have some work to do in there. It's just I got work, but these are just expected things that shit that we're not life, living the life of a gang. No, nothing like that. It is the life though. It's not, I'm someone than I was in Cincinnati. Crack house I'm living in. Still crack house. Still crack house. But we're happy. For kids can ride. I'm still not going outside and playing like I would like to. Silas, he's kind of fearful of the woods. But so our dog kennel right here, our old dog here, right here, that we're here we're going to be using a couple as they're broken and messed up. I'm going to just tack one of them off, and I'm going to make a chicken coop out of them. So that's going to be the walls. I'm going to take 2x4s and go vertical in the middle, across and down to hang tarps over. And what time is it? We got a few minutes. You are right. I had to go get trading, so I got to get this. I can do it on the way out. I got that worked up. Another thing is stump removal. I have an idea in my head to make a stump remover for a skid steer. I don't have the drill for it though. The ideal's there. So try to see if I can get the material to make it and so it will fit a skid steer. I need the skid steer here to use as a jig. When we cut the trees out, we can just go back and get the stumps out. If not, stumps are going to be a big kill. Little motocross dude. You would realize, like, if you cut trails through, I don't know how much you guys can see. See it, like the valleys, all that erosion is, where it all washed out. Dude, I'd be having through this place. You would never see him. I would spend, but see, don't want to put in the work to cut the trails out where it is work. I have some clippers he can literally, because most of it's underbrush, mostly shit that are less than 2 or 3 inches in diameter. The majority of them are less than 2 inches in diameter. It'd be very, very easy to hack them down at the ground, but he just don't want to put in the effort for reason. I don't know. I would. If you want to, you can make the whole front third of the cross track. Shit, my dad had told me that you wouldn't have seen me. Been a track building, especially since we have access to the skid steer of the tractor. The tractor is not it's not for moving. It does it. Um, not really though, and like I'm thinking it is how it is. But anywho, we got to open up. I've already said that. Got to open up the canopy because the yellow pines canopy and the trees still the canopy. So we're going to let the open it up. No, he's going to do it. Watch it to the driveway. Oh, hey, do that. Do burnouts in the driveway. Burnouts. No, don't do willies. Try to do willies in the driveway either, especially not like that. You will break your damn head. You'll break your head. Don't dump the willies. You should be able to do willies out there on pavement. You can do willies on the pavement just using your thumb. But don't do that. If you flip, you'll break your head. What? That's because you haven't flipped. You know when accident when it happens, right? Two to 3 feet off the ground, huh? Well, don't do it in the driveway. Not in the driveway. You guys can had seen the where we dug up the septic tank to have it pumped. I haven't had it pumped. It's pumped, but that's $300 right now that don't want to spend right now. I don't have to spend it. I wouldn't want it. If I had it, I wouldn't want it. That would be the only $300 I would have. But so I was concerned with it freezing, so I covered it except for the hole. What can I do about this? I could build something. Get that lid out of there if I need when I need to. That I'm gonna do. But at least I know where it's at now. That's the man. We're just digging little holes everywhere. Found out here. This is a wash machine that went directly over top of the septic tank to cut it up out of the way. We've got a lot of work to do here. It's a slow process. It's so much slower than I thought it would be. It does of any other reason. There's so much to do, and you just try to cram it all into a day, and you never can. And then I haven't been well either. Like I really felt well in a while, in months. Longer than that, maybe for about the past year, I haven't felt normally wake up and it's go go go. It's just for about the past year or so, I got to talk myself into doing like this needs done. And some days I'll just talk myself into like, eh. And I can't think like that anymore. I hate feeling like that more than anything. I shouldn't want to feel like that. So we found the solution to the problem. We found the problem. Now we found the solution to the problem. So now we're going to be solving. And I will let y'all fix out for me. Like this cedar's fish because my power lines are right here. I would like to get rid of all these big trees right here around these power lines. There's a couple of big yellow pine trees. The yellow pines are huge. They grow freaking. I mean, they are massive. And like this one right here used to go right here on the facing that way, and at the bottom of that little erosion wash, so it fall over, just land on the freaking house. So I'll be climbing that thing and picking it off at some point. Then I'm just gonna start my way through the forest, cutting shit down, clearing it all out, a lot of it out anyway, just to make room for the other trees to grow. This hasn't been logged since the '90s, and the trees on this property, especially our wood, should be far bigger than what they are, but they can't grow big because so many trees in such a condensed area. So that's what we're going to try to. And it's going to take. It will take me a couple weeks probably just to go through here and cut everything down, and that's not even pulling shout, cutting anything up. That's just really going through and felling trees to get them out of the way. And I don't even know where I want to start at. You know, do I want to start toward the front? I don't want to do anything with the front. I look like crackheads live here because if crackheads live here, then here for anybody to steal. Um, and God, I got to get working on the back. Paul was supposed to come down next. He was supposed to be here on the 1st, but some stuff happened. I get it. He said he was going to be here. Greg left. Let Greg go. I don't know. Yeah, Paul's coming down. He'll be down here. But I'm going to jump off and get this Conex container fixed. I got to get this other off the ground. For some reason, freaking air carrier flies right over my house. Like in the middle of the night, you'll hear them over the house. They take the same path every single time. But I guess that makes sense. In hospitals, the next day would take the same path or be the fastest path, but it's right over my house. It's kind of freaky morning. You hear the hell. Huh. I wonder who that is. All right, guys. You guys, I'm gonna call Paul back. I think this was the first live stream since we moved down here. Have a good day. Stay safe.